Alright, cool. We're starting. Alright, welcome guys. It's my first stream, so this is kind of cool. Hi. So I'm gonna be working on doing some cosplay stuff today. Nothing super exciting. I'm trying to get ready for ALA that's coming up in, oh god, I think it's 2 weeks now? Jesus. So yeah, I'm sitting in my art desk that's here. I've got my mat that I cut things on sometimes, and I've got pretty much all the tools I need for today. So yeah, I'm just gonna kind of sit here and we'll kind of see how this goes. I kind of have some free time, a lot of free time today, so we're gonna tackle a few different things. Let's see how this goes. I'm actually gonna turn on some music real fast, so don't mind me. Just because it makes it a little bit easier for me to work when I have some sort of background music. I think this would be okay. It's not my favorite. Yeah, we'll just start with you. We'll restart the music from this one. So we're gonna be listening to Haikyuu. Haikyuu's my favorite. I'm really excited about the new season that's gonna be coming out. So this is kind of just to get me hyped, kind of super excited. Oh, it's my sons. I have too many of them, and they're all really good, but they're all so sweet. They're the goodest boys that I've ever met. So, okay. I think what I'm going to start on today is I'm actually going to try working on Shinobu from Demon Slayer. I'm going to try working on her sword for the day. When I commissioned it, it came in and it didn't have any of the detailing in it, so I've gone through and I've started to add a little bit of it. I actually totally repainted a good chunk of this stuff. I sanded a lot of stuff down to make it look nicer. Ugh, let me fix that. Oh lord. Okay, that does come off. Fantastic. Yeah, I ended up, there's these little petals that are right here. I ended up taking them and sanding them to make it all look like it was one piece instead of three separate ones. And then I've repainted the bottom of these. I repainted the hilt and pretty much all the stuff in here. The only other thing that I need to tackle sometime today is to finish working on the tip of the sword. I guess when it was shipping, something happened, something stabbed something, to where it actually got rid of the point for her sword. So I took some craft foam and went ahead and decided to try and make the point again. So you'll see that there's a little bit of discoloring up at the top right here. And so we're going to kind of work on that if we can. If I get to it today. Hopefully I do. But that's not my concern too much today. Today I just want to get the details done if I can. Let me see if I can get your quality to look a little bit better. I don't know if I can. Okay. Anyway, sorry. I get distracted quite easily. You're probably going to see that a lot from me. Yes, give me her sword. So I know she's got like little cute like designs down here and then also up at the top, but unfortunately there's like no clear photos that I am really able to find, and it's very frustrating as far as like a reference photo goes. And it's driving me up a wall trying to find it. So I'll see if I can show you guys. But so there's these little like oh god, what color is that? That's gold. There's little gold things on her sword down at the bottom right here. And so I'm going to try doing those, try and draw those in. But Jesus, that's going to be real tight. Because, yeah, she's got that up at the top and at the bottom. And I would assume both sides, so we'll tackle both sides too. Lord have mercy on my soul. So, okay. Let's do this. Let's do some crafting today. And see where we go. Where did my pencil go? I know it's here somewhere. I'll use that. That works. So, the one thing that I've learned about doing art in any sort of art form, you always start out with a pencil first. Always. And that's just in case if you mess up anything. Like with this one in particular, I can always paint the thing white again and then start over, but that would really suck. So I'm going to do my best to not do that. Cause yeah, that would suck even more than anything else. And I'm actually doing this in a Sharpie marker. I was gonna paint it, and I started to paint initially with this gold paint, but the plastic that this is made out of, it doesn't soak in, it's not porous enough in order to get the paint to, to make it dry and sit and stay. So I was sitting here and I was scrambling trying to figure out what else I could use, and thankfully I remembered that I had some Sharpie markers that I use in order to do my patterns for my foam. But yeah, I kind of sat there and I was thinking about it and I was like, all right, what color can get close enough to this stuff? And so we're sitting here with bronze instead of gold, which I know is not, that's not her color, but we're gonna deal today. We're gonna deal. Okay, we're gonna take this out. I have to remember how I did this the first time. I don't want to have there be like these I'm very detail oriented in a lot of these things. Everything needs to be perfect. If it's not perfect, I'm going to scream and I get really frustrated. Oh, con crunch is never nice to me, I'll admit. But that's something you have to work with and learn to understand about yourself when you're making cosplays. And, sometimes con crunch helps me, but more often than not, it actually hinders me. It hinders my ability to make and create anything. Just because I sit here and I'm like, okay, we're going to make this perfect and it's going to be great. And I'm never able to manage to do that. So, it's never fun. But yeah, so let's change that and that. What did I do? Oh, yeah, okay. We'll sit here with this. Okay, that still works, but for whatever reason, I can't draw on this nicely this time around. It's not coming through as like a solid color. Oh, that might be a problem. Sorry, I'm getting over a cold. I apologize. I've had a sinus infection the past few days. Luckily I ended up going to urgent care, kind of getting it figuring out what I had wrong with me. and, you know, was able to get some medication to get it taken care of, but, you know, I think it's coming back to bite me in the butt right now. I'm in my last day of medications, and yesterday, with it being Christmas and it was raining where I am, it kind of made me relapse. So I have a feeling I'm going to be getting sick again here real soon. But I'm going to pray that I don't, because that's going to suck. Yeah, that's just messing with the paint. Oh! I knew I should have finished this the other day when I started. Dang it! Okay, never mind. We're just gonna work on other things, and then I'll figure out how to paint later. Okay. So it's this side, this side, this side, this side. Okay. Okay. Let's see what I can. Come on. Let me make it bigger. Anyway. Alright. Let's kind of get this guy on the road. So these are all pretty even with this right here. So if I were to continue my line, I'd continue it down, down. Down, 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 down. Okay, so that's my line that I'm not going to cross. And if I cross it, I've done something wrong. There's no reason to cross that. And then it's kind of the same on the other side. So we're going to kind of take this right here, and it's going to be... Oh, I went over on that line. Dang it. I mean, that's a better line. It's still not the best line. That's even better. You gotta find that nice line. Okay. There we go. So we're gonna do our detailing work in between this part right here. And pray that it stays. Because if it doesn't, I'm going to cry, and that's going to suck. But, you know, that's life, I guess. Okay. Okay. Hi there! Thanks for joining me! I don't know how much you've listened to me rant and ramble about anything, but I definitely wanted to just say hi and thanks for joining me and welcome. It's my first crafting stream, and so I'm working on the Demon Slayer cosplay for Shinobu, and so I'm currently working on her sword at the moment. There's a lot of detailing work that I've got to do. I got it commissioned and it didn't come with it done, so I'm going to try and tackle that today and kind of see how that goes. So, so it's her sword. Her sword is kind of done, but kind of not done. It's mostly her sheath that I'm doing detailing work for. And then I've got her actual sword here. I think you can probably see it better there. And so with doing the commissions, it ended up not coming in as I planned it to. So I'm trying to fix it to make it look better because I am very detail oriented when it comes to these. So yeah, I got it commissioned. It was, commissioned from like China. And so I just got it in the mail a few days ago. And it came in, and you know, with it being the holidays, I haven't been able to get anything kind of done. So I'm trying today. So we'll see how this kind of goes. But yeah, so it's gonna be kind of just me working and having music in the background. Currently, we're listening to I think it's Haikyuu. I think we're still on Haikyuu. The musical scores for the first season. Because I'm really excited about the second season that's going to be coming in. Yeah, it's pretty intense. It's definitely going to be a lot of work. And she specifically has a lot of details at the bottom of her sword. Oh, you can kind of see it, but kind of not really. I don't know how great my video quality is. But so there's these detailing marks that I have to put in, and we're going to be putting it in all the way on the bottom right here. So it's just small little things. It's not anything major. I'm not sitting here like building anything today. You know, that's what all this stuff is. Usually I'd be building. And that's for another of my costumes, which I'll probably start that stream, I don't know, one of these other days. But yeah, that's, she's my favorite cosplay. This is a brand new one that I'm debuting, for a con that's in 2 weeks. So, yeah, anyway, I'm gonna get in on this, see what I can attempt to accomplish. And pray to God that we can get somewhere. Let me move these. Oh. Okay. Okay, so we're kind of like that. Then we've got another one. Kind of goes and it kind of meets there. Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay, and then this one will go from here to about here, and then it comes back up. Oh, I really like that I'm able to erase the Sharpie off of this, so if I have any mistakes or anything that I can see, I can just take it off immediately and not have to worry about it at a later time. Oh, that makes crafting so much easier. Okay. Oh, that's not that far. I mean, yeah, it kind of is. Okay. There's that one, and then, so this one is kind of in the middle. I think that kind of hooks a little bit more. I think that does it more there. Hook that way, and then this will be about here. I've got another one that hooks about halfway, and then it comes back. Sometimes I think I start these projects and I think that I can get them done and get them finished, and then I have my perfectionism that takes over, and it's like, no, it's not done. You could do so much better. Let's restart the whole thing and redo it a few different times instead. Unfortunately, I don't really have the time to do that this time. Because, like I've mentioned, my convention is in 2 weeks. So I've got 2 weeks to finish the 4 cosplays that I have to do. And I think I only have one that's pretty much done. And that's this one over here. Oh, you can't really see her hair. This one will take, so it really shouldn't take that long. Because for the most part, I've got the costume all together. Everything's fine. Everything's together. I've got her wig. I've got the actual clothes and everything. Oh, and it turned out so good. It's really kind of just doing the small little details. And so that's why I figured, you know, if I was going to do anything, stream anything, you know, I might as well start with her sword, kind of see if I can get that done within a stream. And so I'm planning on streaming for about 2 hours or so. So hopefully in like 2 hours it'll be done. I'm really bad when it comes to giving myself time limits for things. I tend not to get them done in time limits, but I'm gonna still try anyway, because if I don't try, it will take me the full 2 weeks to get it done. Because I'll just sit there and procrastinate on attempting to get it done for days upon days. Here we go. I kind of just want to start in on the bottom and work my way up, but I think it's easier to start from top down, and then we can figure out sizing issues later. Because I already feel like I'm running into some size problems. That sucks. Oh well, I'll take it when it comes my way. Okay, and I've got a little one. So these all kind of follow this line right here, thankfully. Maybe I could do that. Maybe I could just go the line down and see how far I can go. So that one kind of meets right here. Okay, so that does start where I thought it started. So the other fun thing about doing a lot of this stuff is trying to make sure that everything is kind of in relation to one another. So I'm using this part, this gold part on her sheath that I already drew on as my starting markers. And then as I continue to draw her designs down her sheath, I'm kind of using each side that I complete as its own marker in relation to one another. And so hopefully that'll work out in my favor. I'm certainly hoping that it does. And I think it should. I don't see why it wouldn't. Because for the most part, I'm pretty good about getting things done within a condensed frame. I used to actually do art in college. I used to be a painting major. So I think that comes in handy quite well when it comes to doing cosplays, because I'm able to sit down and focus and do a lot of more of the artistic elements that most people can't. Oh, what is that? It's kind of like this, and then it comes down? Sure, we'll go with that. Okay, I think that kind of buckles in a bit more. Honestly, I think anybody can do art. You should definitely do it. Like, if you get the time, just sit down with a pencil, you know, just start. I know a lot of people do digital art now. A lot of people, and that seems to be where everybody kind of makes their money. And And I mean, that's cool. Like, I appreciate anybody that does art anymore. I miss doing art like that. I miss sitting down and, having art projects and getting things done like that. I haven't done that in years. But I think my art also took a different form. I think that's why I do cosplay now, because it's just a different outlet for me. I got really burnt out doing painting, and I was doing painting for a few years, and I was never up to the same caliber as a lot of the people that were in my classes. I was always really lazy doing anything. I waited till the last night to do our project and get it done. And I mean, for the most part, it still worked out. I've still got all of my paintings and stuff. But I just, after finishing a lot of those classes, I was like, I'm done. I can't do art anymore. I'm so burnt out. I don't even want to touch anything that has to do with art. And I didn't for a long time. But I'm glad I got back into it. I'm glad it took a different shape, and glad it took a different form, so I can still enjoy doing art. It's just, yeah, it's in a different form now. It's certainly not where I expected it to go. I'll put it that way. Oh, we were supposed to paint a lake. It couldn't have been that bad. It really could not have been that bad. The good thing with art, thankfully, is that it is made to be whatever you want it to be. And it's interpreted differently across the board. So you can look at one thing with like a group of friends, and all of you will have a different interpretation. And I think that is just wild about art. It was certainly one of my favorite things. But I'm sure your lake was still fine. I'm sure it still turned out great, and everybody could still see what it was. The colors, honestly, colors helped out a lot. So if you still painted it blue, you're fine. You're golden. I promise. Oh, I mixed the wrong colors. Oh, well, even if the lake turned out green, I don't know how open to the idea of you fixing it would be. So one of my art teachers that I always had, her biggest thing was telling us, there's no such thing as a complete work of art. There's always going to be something that you can fix. There's always going to be something that you can do differently in order to improve it and make it better. For you, in your case, if you wanted to make it a little bit more blue, you can take some like blue acrylics and mix it with like water and kind of do just like a light sort of wash, kind of like with a paintbrush that's kind of like this one, and kind of just take it and just go like this across it, and it might make it a little bit better. But I don't know how open to the idea of you doing that would be, because I don't know if you want to make it worse. But it honestly, as long as you had fun doing it, I think that's kind of the biggest thing. As long as you have fun doing the art while you're doing it, and you get to enjoy it with the people that you're doing it with, like, that makes the experience. Absolutely. Oh, good. I mean, July's a little far away, but that's not bad. And I'm glad you're looking forward to it, because hopefully by then, oh, you know what you should do? By then you should have, like, the best artistic skills you've ever had, and just, like, show up everybody at this paint night. I think that would be great. But again, that takes a lot of time and effort, and I don't know how much you have to spare when it came to a lot of that stuff. So, yeah, that might not be doable, but, you could still hope to do that. Because that would be cool. Do it once a year. Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. I don't do art very often anymore. When I finished my art classes, I stopped doing art for a solid 3 years. And never went back to finish anything. I didn't even want to look at any of my old art pieces. I just kind of wanted to let it live in a dark corner. But once a year is a good enough try. I think you can accomplish a lot and learn a lot each time you do it. So definitely take the time and enjoy and have a good time, and you know, anything with that. It's always a good time. Sorry, I'm gonna say good time a lot because that's how I look at art. Art's always been very good to me. And so I want to figure out a way to capture that for other people. Okay, yeah, we're still in lines. Okay, we're doing good. We're doing good. I'm accomplishing. Okay, and then this. Oh, okay, that's supposed to kind of be in reference to there. Oh Lord. Okay, we'll change that a bit. Oh, really good. I don't think I'm gonna try and take them on. Ooh, yeah. When they get different art styles kind of going, you can't compare yourself to other people. I know that's one of those things that everybody's going to kind of tell you. You know, you can't sit there and you can't compare your artistic ability to everybody else. You know, nothing's going to look the same. You know, you should be proud of what you do, but it's really hard to take that lesson to heart. I know in particular that I have that issue with cosplays, and I sit here and I kind of look at how everybody else is doing their stuff, and I'm like, oh my god, they did this beautifully. Why didn't I think of that? You know, mine looks like garbage compared to theirs. And, you know, then I kind of start feeling bad about a lot of things, but you really can't compare it because you took the time and did something, and there's somebody that's going to be admiring what you ended up doing. Because at least you were able to sit down and do the painting and do the artwork for it, and a lot of people are scared to even try. So you're at least you got it. You got it. You're working on it. You'll manage. You'll be fine. Let me fix this god dang dot I got in the center of this stupid thing. Ugh. Okay. So I think this kind of goes more like that. Maybe? I don't know. I don't know what any of these are. This is such gibberish to me. One person did it in all dots. Oh, that's called... Oh, heckin' heckles. Oh, what is that art? Oh, thanks. It's not hatching, because hatching is when you do it all in, like, lines. Oh, heckin' heckles. I don't remember what the dots are called anymore. But that was a really hard art style to try and figure out and copy. Oh god, I hated it. It was the worst. It was the worst. But yeah, they always turn out really nice. If they're done really well. Oh, there's a few artists that I follow that they do a lot of their shading in the dots. So you do like a heavier concentration of dots in order to get like your darker shadows, and then you start doing less and less as you pull out in order to get your highlights. And they look so good when they're done right. It's just I cannot. I'm not even gonna try. That's a bad time for me, and I know that's a bad time for me. But I applaud the people that are able to do a lot of that stuff because it turns out beautifully. He studied at some famous art institute. There's a lot of famous art institutes. So where I'm at, I'm in the LA area, and there's a lot of art places that are down here. We've got like the art institutes, we've got, you know, different universities, private universities that are just strictly for art. And then I think a lot of just our universities in general have art departments anymore. And they always kick ass. Oh, they look so good. But yeah, there's a lot of them, so it could be any number of things. It really could. And I'm sorry I can't figure it out because there's too many. There's too many anymore. Okay. So I think I've got some flowers coming up here, and I'm really excited about doing those. I'm really tired of doing these lines. Because none of these lines are making sense to me. They're not any symbols that I can think of that are in, like, Japanese literature or anything. It's not part of their alphabet. They're just kind of here. And I don't like that. It's just, it's here, and that's kind of what it's... we're gonna make that a little higher. We'll do that one right there. Okay, now let's go make some flowers. Eee! Okay, so this is a petal. You know, there's another petal up here. And we've got another one that's over here. And we got a cute woo. It's gonna be this bottom part. And I think that's her flower. Oh, yay! Okay, that did actually turn out a lot better than I thought it would. I was really terrified that I wasn't going to get this flower to look well, but, I mean, it's... Oh, my light's too bright. We're working. I'll have to figure out how to do my lighting a little bit better. Again, this is kind of one of my first streams, so I'm still trying to figure out that kind of ideal setup if I can. Yeah, I didn't figure it would adjust. I was hoping it might, but it's not looking like it. Because I've got one of the desk lamps that's right over here. That's kind of just pointed on everything right here, so I can see. But it kind of makes everything else kind of look like garbage. But that's okay. It'll be fine. We can get this done, I think. So I don't know what the top ones look like, and I'm terrified to even try and start the top. I'm just gonna try and see if I can do both of the sides. So what I think I might actually do when I get done with this, if I can get this done correctly, I'm gonna take some tracing paper and trace the design I have on this side and then copy it to this side. That way everything still looks the same on both sides, as opposed to me trying to freehand it on both sides and things really not looking the way that they're supposed to. Yeah, it's a really glowing bright surface right now. Unfortunately, my desk is white, but I've had my fair share of painting on it as it is, so that's kind of why I got these dark spots. When I used to do painting, I was a fan of doing very dark colors, so I would just have paint everywhere on this desk, and trying to clean it was a nightmare afterwards. I never wanted to clean it, and I actually didn't for a long time, but finally got around to it not too terribly long ago. Okay. Take this side and do one of those. Okay, and then there's this stupid thing right here. like a big giant W, but not. Okay, so, and then we come back up and curve it in. And then there's this cute section right here. And that attaches to this circle? I think that's a circle. And we'll make it like yay big. Alright. And we gotta woo. Okay, I think that kind of looks pretty well. I really remember the soundtrack being better, but I think it's the second half of the soundtrack that's much nicer. I think, yeah, when the second half goes into all the volleyball matches, I think is where we get the good songs. Unfortunately, we're not on that CD, which bums me out, but that's okay. I'll probably flip it over here in a little bit. Okay. Let me see. Got a cute little one right here. And sorry, I don't know how talkative I'm going to be once I start getting a little focused. Because once I start getting focused, everything in the world doesn't really concern me. I just get focused, get honed, and just get in the zone. But hopefully that won't happen. Hopefully I can sit here and still talk. Still work a little bit at the same time. Okay, so that kind of finishes out with that woo. Not the big one. Okay, so that falls down here. And then comes in. And then we have it down. Kind of at the same point. Okay, yeah, we're getting somewhere today. I'm really excited. I definitely didn't think I was going to get this far. If I'm going to be honest. I figured I would have given up by now. Gotten up from my chair and been like, nope, I'm done. I'm done. I don't want to look at it. I'm over it. But, no, we're doing good so far. I haven't gotten to the point where I'm mad. Oh, cool. Awesome. We'll be working together on things. I'd ask what you're working on, but I'm sure, it's, you know, that's a little bit more of a personal question, because I don't figure you're streaming at the same time. But, no, it works out well. Hopefully your stuff is going just as well as mine is. Because, yeah, I'm actually pleasantly surprised at how things are going so far. I definitely expected to be done. And I think I just got this done correctly. Ah. Yeah. Microsoft Word. Yeah, I'm glad I don't have to do that anymore. Yeah, Microsoft Word has pretty much been deleted off of my computer. I no longer need it. I no longer want to look at it. I just graduated, so I don't have to sit there and type up papers anymore and do anything, you know, that's necessary for a, yeah, I don't need it anymore, and I don't want to look at it. So I'm really sorry, but hopefully that's going well for you. I certainly do not envy you. And hopefully that doesn't come off wrong. Oh yeah, we're doing great. Okay, so it kind of has this little E. Oh, I think it's an E. I don't know. I give up trying to figure out what any of these look like. Okay, let's do another flower. I like how many cute little flowers she has on her sword. It's very cute. I very much enjoy. Oh, this is going to be a very interesting flower. That'll work. I'll make that work at least. Okay. And there's that line. And then this line finishes it out. Oh, we're almost at the end of it. Yes! Thank God. I thought this was gonna take me much longer. But I guess when you get in and just start doing it. Oh, that's actually Japanese. I actually know that one. Only 99% of your job. Oh, I smell an office job. Or, I mean, I feel like a lot of jobs could use that. They can't just be office. It's more than that. I think I'm too accustomed to office jobs. I think I'm a little bit more biased. But, I mean, you know, whatever pays bills, I guess. Okay. Let's do a cute little flower right here. That's not going to work the way that I want it to. you know, I'm in that boat of dreaming of office jobs. I think office jobs are my favorite to have. I've been in far too many jobs for my age. And I've had my fair share of being in a lot of different industries. I started out in an office job doing legal stuff, and then I jumped into doing accounts receivable at a different job, and then I jumped into doing customer service and became management at a retail store, and then now I work as a hostess in a restaurant. And I long for the days of being in an office again. They were much more suited to my tastes and my interests, and I liked them a lot more than I think somebody should. I think they were suited much more for my personality. I don't get along very well with customers. I think they're wrong a lot because they don't want to take the time to understand a lot of different things. And that always gets me in trouble. But then, customers are always right, so what can you do? And I think that's such a stupid rule, a stupid thing in the US. You look at every other country in the world, and the customers are not right. Like, 80% of the time. There's always a reason that, customers get away with murder here. That's frustrating. Oh, I think I'm done with this side. Oh, I think I just finished. Woohoo! Oh, that was amazing. That definitely went better than I expected. Okay, let me find my tracing paper. I have to see where I put it. I don't think it's in any of these. No, but maybe it's down here. It is down here. So, graphite paper is wonderful. It's not exactly tracing paper, but that's okay. Still, I think will do the job. Oh. Retail manager. Oh, to quit before. Oh. See, customers always made me very angry. But I think the worst I had it was one of them made me cry once. And we were trying to close the restaurant, and this lady came in and she wanted to return food that was expired with a receipt from 6 months ago. And I was like, I'm sorry, we can't take this back. There's really nothing we can do. And she's like, let me talk to management. I was like, hi, how can I help you? And she just got so mad and started berating me, calling me stupid. I understand, I know what your system is. I know how your stuff is supposed to work. What are you doing here? This, oh God, she ripped me a new one. And I felt so bad because my manager was trying to close the restaurant. So he was at the, or not the restaurant, closing the store. And he was sitting at our doors and closing them and locking them as we had customers come in and out from paying. And I had to go get him, and I went over and I talked to him, and the moment I opened my mouth, I just started bawling my eyes out. And he came over and was like, look at what you did. You making her cry. And he was the best manager, but he was really funny because he's super Asian, so he's got that Asian sort of accent when you talk to him. And so I couldn't help but kind of laugh as he was talking, because he was trying to do it to make me feel better, and this lady was just not even caring about anything. But all the customers that came in that left before her, that had seen the whole thing go down, they came up to me and they're like, she shouldn't have done that. You're not in the wrong. Like, you're okay. It's totally fine. You know, trying to make me feel better. And oh man, I wanted to murder, but I was also very upset that my initial reaction to being upset is crying. So, needless to say, that was one of my worst customer service experiences in retail as management, because I don't look old enough to be management, but I am. And, you know, they expect some, like, 40-year-old man to come out for management, not this cute, 20-year-old girl to be management. And it's really frustrating, the stigmatism that was there for that. I mean, kind of just in general, but for that one in particular. And that that makes me so mad. But, yeah, needless to say, don't kill customers. It's not worth it. And, just quit your job instead. Because apparently you did, and I did as well. So, moral of the story, quit your job if customers make you mad. At least that's the moral of the story that I'm getting. Okay. Let me see if I need to hit any other spots. You could use some right there. I'll probably have to coat this when I get done. Alright, let me see. Yeah. Retail is not made for me. Retail's a bad time. Gosh, I wish I knew where my tracing paper was. Hey. I think I put it away in storage. I think that's where my tracing paper went. Rip and rest. Oh well. Oh well, I guess that's consequences. No, come on. Can you work with me, please? I'd really appreciate it. Thank you. Ow. Let me just keep drawing. That'll be fine. Ow. Okay, we can fix that. Oh, we can fix that, we can fix that. Where are all my razors? Oh, that's in the box that went, where did that box just go? I thought I still had it here. Did it get moved? I don't think I put it away. Dang! Where in the heck? Ow. Yeah, okay, never mind. That totally just left. Okay. Yeah, it's not over there. Maybe I wasn't as prepared to do this as I thought I was. E. I'll have to see if there's any sort of sealants or anything to kind of keep the Sharpie from staining stuff. Because it seems to be that where I'm holding the sword, or holding her sheath, it seems to be rubbing off and onto all the white sections. So I'll have to see if I can find anything that'll keep it like locked into place once I get it done. Which I know that there's plenty of sealants, and I know that I could probably use like workable fixative and make that kind of stay where I want it to. I could even just do like a clear coat of spray paint probably in order to lock the stuff in. But I wasn't expecting it to do that. I was expecting it to, you know, have dried over the few days after that I did this. But I guess not. I guess it decided it wanted to come out and play a little bit today. But I guess that's okay. It could certainly be worse. And I'm grateful that it's not. I am almost done doing this one side. And then I'll probably put the stream on a short intermission while I try and find my other working materials. But I'll leave the music and stuff running. I'll leave the stream still running, but I'm going to take a short break. And see what I can find of my things. And hopefully we can fix this. Because, yeah, I just have to fix a few things. But it's going pretty well. I'm pleasantly surprised how well things are actually functioning. What is this song? I don't remember this in Haikyuu. What is this one? Where are the opponents? Oh, that was at the beginning of the season. I was gonna say, it's not the 3-on-3 match, but it might be. What do you want? Woo. I need to find a better chair for this. I can't be staying on my stool. A little bit of drama. Nothing major. Yes, thank you. I appreciate it. No, I had to leave for a moment. I was paged by some family saying that there's a very pretty rainbow outside if I wanted to go look, which I'm slightly preoccupied here. But I mean, I guess there's a rainbow out if you wanted to go take a peek outside. I mean, assuming you're in the LA area. Because I would assume that it would be seen for most of LA. But then again, I could be totally wrong, and it could just be where I'm at. But yeah, apparently there's rainbows. Which, cool. I guess. I don't know. They're not my favorite phenomenon. Not as cool as they used to be when I was a kid. Hi! Oh, cool. Okay. Awesome. Hi. Thanks for joining. We had another person come in and come say hi. And it doesn't look like you're here anymore. That's upsetting. But yeah, so there's one down here in Southern California too. Cool. That's awesome. It's been such bad weather the past few days that I'm surprised there haven't been more rainbows. But, you know, at least there's one. So, that's cool. You know, yeah. I think they're cool. I think they're pretty. But cool, yeah. Go outside. Go enjoy the rainbows. As much as I'd like you to be, hey, come stay with me on the stream, I would also enjoy probably people getting outside, enjoying some fresh air, enjoying some rainbows. You know, it's not that late. It's only 4:30 here, roughly. So, I mean, you could still go have some fun. Go outside, enjoy some nature. I definitely don't think that we do that enough as a whole in society anymore. I think we're all so consumed being inside. But that is totally a story for a different day. I was at the beach for Christmas, almost died from the cold. Oh, okay, alright, fair. That's fine. Then you should stay inside, enjoy the warmth, get some hot cocoa, sit by a fire while you work on your Microsoft Word stuff. Yeah, definitely stay inside. I know it's been so cold, and why would you go to the beach on Christmas? That's so insane. That's insane. I mean, I'm sure it was really pretty, but good lord. There's people surfing without wetsuits? I can't even fathom that. That's oh god. Who does that? I can't. I don't have words. Like those are like the true dedicated people, but they're also idiots. Because you know that you have to have a wetsuit to go surfing. Cause that protects you on so many levels. And the people that don't, I don't know enough about surfing to complain. I will leave my rant there. Ooh, the beach being packed. You know, it's never even crossed my mind to go to the beach on Christmas. It's never been one of those things that I think about. you know, Christmas is one of those times of years, at least, you know, where I'm at, that, like, we stay inside, we cuddle, you know, eat lots of food, and not go outside because it's too cold. All of the weather tends to be really bad here for Christmas. So, like, being outside, being at the beach is strictly a summer thing for me. I don't want to go unless it's like, you know, that ideal beach day at like 78 degrees. Like that's, oh, beautiful. Oh, enough people to make me angry. Yeah, yeah, why do you go to the beach? That's so bizarre, but I guess everybody kind of has their own traditions for Christmas anymore. And I mean, that's to say that, you know, even most of us still celebrate Christmas. But again, I will not get into that because that is a hot discussion that I don't have the authority to talk about. But, you know, as long as you enjoyed being at the beach and you enjoyed your Christmas day, I think that's all that kind of matters and is all that's kind of worth it. So hopefully it was still a good time. Hopefully you, you enjoyed and did things that you liked and were around people that you would kind of enjoy. I mean, I know family is kind of one of those things that's very hit and miss for most people. So, hopefully it was just by people that you enjoyed. Oh, okay. They're all in Florida. For beach glass. Is there beach glass up in Northern California? Like, you guys are able to find stuff like that on your shores? Because I know down here, we're lucky if we find a lot of that stuff. That doesn't exist. Family for Thanksgiving. Yeah. One of these years I'll get out of doing any of the holidays with mine. I certainly don't want to be around my families too much. Found like 20 pieces in an hour? Oh my god! That's insane! That's so lucky. I'm so envious. That sounds like such a good time. I mean, granted, it's probably freezing, but it would still be such a good time. I don't know if I would take that over eating at buffets. So, where does my heart lie? Do I want to be a fat girl and eat, or do I want to, you know, be adventurous and go to beaches and do things and, you know, be outdoorsy? It's definitely eating. I'll definitely take eating. Ooh. Okay. I can't find a good spot to finish this. think that's the one side done. Whew! I feel accomplished. That's amazing. Definitely wasn't expecting to get that done. So, in the meantime, so yeah, I was able to do some good. Oh, it's too bright. There we kind of go. I was able to do this bottom part here. This past, oh god, how have I past hour and a half. I've been down here doing this. Oh, I need to get faster. The only problem with doing a lot of this stuff is precision. Precision kills me, will always be the death of me, and I will just continue to spend all of my time doing things that I should probably be not doing. So I'm gonna go ahead. Done a page. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty comparable. We'll go with that. I'm gonna take a quick short break. See if I can find that tracing paper, and then I'm gonna hop back on. You're more than welcome to sit on the stream. I'm gonna switch it over to a different page. But yeah, you're more than welcome to stay, and I'll see you in a few moments, okay? Okay. I think I'm back. I just did some quick running around, found my erasers. I think I found a paper that will work as a tracing paper reject cousin. Hopefully that'll work. So let me open up my erasers real fast. And oh god, I love kneaded erasers. These are my favorite erasers to use. I just hope they still work. I know they're a little old. Thanks. So I kid you not, like I just went through and like just got all of my streaming stuff. You know, I'm using a particular program to do all my streaming, and they've got like different things that you can use in order to like do their whole setup. And I've got one for when I do my gaming streams, and then this is the one that you see on screen right now is the one that I'm using for my craft streams. And I need to make it easier instead of flipping between the two different streams to just put that intermission screen on this one. But yeah, so the program that I'm using, they allow you to like download a whole bunch of scenes, and so you've got like the, you know, I'll be starting soon, you know, when you're starting, the I'll be right back, the intermission screen, the ending, the I'm offline. It's so cool. I really wasn't expecting to see anything like that from this, but as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh my god, that's amazing. I'm also a sucker for the outdoors, but I personally don't want to be outdoors. So yeah, I saw that and I was like, oh my gosh, this is perfect. Like this is totally what I want to do. This will work. This is perfect. And, so I'm trying it out, see how this kind of goes. But it seems to be working pretty well. I'm pretty glad about it. Okay, so if I remember right, that kind of did, that kind of did one of those, hey, can you not? Thank you. Okay, and then we moved on. We had another one down here. You know, I don't know if many people know that there are like dedicated intermission screens. Because I think a lot of people, they'll just do the I'll be right back, or, you know, they'll just kind of leave the stream as it's streaming. I mean, I was contemplating doing that and just turning off my mic. That way, you know, you guys wouldn't hear me scrambling and trying to run around to find all the things that I needed. But yeah, I think it's so cool to have like those dedicated intermission screens to, you know, be a little bit professional. I think it's so cool. It definitely isn't as cool as, you know, what I'm probably making it out to look like, but like to first come into streaming and not really know kind of what's going on, you know, kind of just to see these things kind of as they are. And, you know, the few people that I do follow that do stream, you know, a lot of them have kind of like the setup and stuff that I'm using. But, you know, I don't think they really use it like it is to be used. I think they kind of just have it there. But yeah, it's really cool. You know, arguing with other people in the household, I think I would probably do that. I would probably do that, you know, just unknowingly doing it. You know, for me personally, all you're gonna hear is like me scream down to my second floor residence. Cause I'm up on the second floor, and everybody that lives in the same house, they're all on the first floor. And so they all scream up to me, you know, if they want to get my attention or let me know that things are going on, you know, anything like that. And you'd probably hear me, like, you would probably just hear me talk to them, and that would be such a interesting one-sided conversation, I think. But yeah, I think it's hilarious when it does happen, when I see other people do their streams and they're sitting there and they're kind of talking back and forth with people that aren't on screen, and you don't know who's there. I don't see it often, but when it happens, I think it's hilarious. I almost wish it did happen more, but I can understand why it doesn't. It's just, it's sad that it doesn't happen. But being on the other side of it now, I think it's really cool. And I can definitely understand why they don't leave the mic and stuff open. Okay. Those, and then there's this little guy right there. Oh, phone, don't die on me, please. It'll make me very sad if you do decide to die. Ow. Oh. Alright, now my hand's starting to cramp a little bit. Oh. Why is this happening? This is actually working out better than I expected it to. I'm really glad that printer paper is thin enough to be able to see things. I was definitely expecting it to not work this well. I was thinking that I was going to need to go find my paper, like tear through our crawl spaces and find the boxes that I packed away years ago of all the different things that I've used. But no, this works. This works well. I'm glad I don't have to do any of that janky stuff just to make something work today. Oh, this is my favorite song on the soundtrack. Get this flower before I forget about it. Oh, what con thing in... Okay. So in 2 weeks, we have ALA, Anime Los Angeles. It's like the first con of the season. And it's okay. It's a really small con, but for whatever reason, it's one of the big cons down here. And I don't know why, because like there's not many vendors. It's in a very small like convention hall. So like it doesn't scream big convention to me. And so I went for my first time to this convention last year, and I kind of made the mistake of not taking the day off from work, so I had to go for a few hours, and then I ran to work, and went, and it was so much fun. I had such a great time. I met so many great people, but it definitely was one of those ones that you don't think is going to be a big con, and it ends up being like it kind of rivals a few of the other big ones that are here in LA, or not in LA, but like California. Because when I think of like the big conventions that happen here in Southern California, or California in general, like you've got Fanime, that's in May, that's up in San Jose. You've got, clearly you have Anime Expo, which is one of the biggest conventions, I think, ever for anime. And, you know, ALA tends to be one of those now. You can't think of an anime convention without thinking about ALA anymore, which I think is really cool. I'm glad that they've been able to work out stuff to where they've been able to become a big part of, you know, be a big con, get a lot of people to come in, and they've got great guests that, you know, are part of their, that's part of their, I don't want to say lineup, but part of their lineup. And, you know, you meet some great people that are there. And, yeah, there's a lot to do over there. And I definitely didn't expect it last year when I first went. And so this year I've tried to make plenty more preparations in order to make it down there and get to enjoy my time and spend time with everybody and see everybody, see everything, and have a good time. So yeah, I'm really excited. I'm hoping that it goes well. You know, I'm not putting too much stock into how things are really gonna go until I get there. But I'm staying in a hotel room that whole weekend, and that'll be one of the first times I do that for a con. And so that in itself is going to be an interesting experience. But yeah, it's Anime Los Angeles. It seems to be a very well received convention for a lot of people. So I'm going to be very pleased with how it goes about and goes down. So yeah, I've got a few other conventions I'm going to this year. I'm definitely trying to push myself and go to all of these conventions that I should have been going to years ago. But now that I'm spending much more time trying to do cosplay and trying to get into making costumes and making my own things, you know, I feel like I need to take the time to go to these different places, kind of see what everything has to offer, and, you know, hopefully I can get out there, hopefully I can make a name for myself. You know, if I don't do it in just, you know, how well my costumes get made, maybe I can get in for doing different props, because prop making tends to be one of my favorite things to do. I have a group of friends that they're notoriously bad about their props, so I've done my best to go out and either, like with this one right here that I'm doing, to go and have it commissioned, but then I get my hands on it and I fix it to the way that I need it to be done. Because a lot of times when you get them and you commission them, they're going to be done well, but there's going to be things on them that you're not going to like, or you're going to wish that they did something different to, different things like that. And I'm fortunate enough that I feel like I have the ability to do that, to where I'm able to sit here and be like, okay, what can we do? What can we add? What can we fix in order to make things actually be what they need to be? And so I almost kind of pride myself in being able to do that. But yeah, it's lots of anime. So it like, if you're into anime, you would know at least part of them, some of them. But anime has definitely picked up the past few years. Everybody wants to be a part of it. It's become such a mainstream sort of thing recently, and I'm so glad about it. Yes, having artist friends are the best thing in the world. You know, I sometimes think that I am that friend, but then at the end of the day, I'm like, no, I'm definitely not that friend. I have a few other friends that definitely do that much better than I do, that actually took the time and, you know, went to do different things at art school, and so I have them help me if I need help doing, like, a design choice. So if I need help, like, picking out fabrics to make some stuff, or if I need help, like, designing, like, engineering. So I mean, like, one of my big examples that I can take is, like, this was, like, version, like, 3.0 of one of my cosplay costume ideas. But then I'm revamping it and making it into this to where it's much closer to the original design, and it's adding in these extra, I don't know what they're called, but, like, the definition into a lot of things, like, I tried to pseudo do on this side, but you can see it much more with, you know, angles and whatnot. Hey, thanks for joining. I am currently working on some cosplay stuff. I'm working on making or detailing my sword for Shinobu from Demon Slayer. I am going to be cosplaying her for Anime Los Angeles in 2 weeks. It is 2 weeks from today. Oh, we got 2 weeks. But yeah, so I'm currently working on her sword, and so I'm making the pattern on the bottom of it and trying to transfer it over to this other side. So yeah, I guess I could be considered an otaku. Thankfully, I don't have the camera angle to where you can see my wall. Because I have it kind of plastered, and it's this wall right here, of kind of all the prints and stuff that I've picked up from the different show the wall, that I've picked up from my different conventions. Let me see if I can move my camera. I don't know if I can get it back in the same spot. Okay, so, like, an otaku is basically like the American, it's like the American name for, like, just a normal, like, Japanese, like, come on, get out. There we go. So, that's my wall. This is what I'm currently working with right now. Yeah, it's an Anime Geek. Thanks for fixing that. I was trying to think of the words for it real fast, but it wasn't quite coming to mind. So, let's put you back in. Oh, heckin' heckles. I don't know how I had this back the first time. It was angled more down. Yeah, I think it was kind of angled like that. I think that kind of works. Yes. Yeah, yeah. And so it's definitely much more of a, like, Japanese term that we use over here in, like, America. It used to be, like, almost like slander until a few years ago, until, like, anime and all that stuff, like, hit mainstream. And now everybody wants to be an otaku, and everybody's like, yeah, let's go do that, it's gonna be great. But yeah, it's yeah, derogatory. Definitely. So, but yeah. If you needed any, you know, life lessons, Google is very good about that. I'm not gonna say that new animes are bad. You just have to find the ones that you enjoy. I was gonna say, because I know one of the new ones that came out that totally lives up to its name is the one that I'm working on right now from Demon Slayer. They've done amazing work. Ufotable is an amazing animation company that does really, really amazing work. Can you work? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, the new people that tend to watch anime are, they don't know the struggles that the older fans like I have been through. They came in when it was okay and it was popular, you know, it wasn't a taboo sort of subject. So they've definitely made it more accessible in a lot of ways, but at the same time, it's also kind of turned sour in some ways. You know, I'm grateful to the new fans, but then the new fans have no regard for the old people. For us old folk. But yeah, I mean, it is kind of what it is. I can't be too mad because, you know, now I don't necessarily have to hide in the shadows anymore, about my likes and dislikes and tastes in anime and stuff. Because it was very much you had to be a closet person in order to like a lot of this stuff, but now you don't. Now you can actually sit and enjoy and have conversations with, you know, everyday people, mostly now, and, you know, everything's okay. It's not like you have to sit and kind of whisper, and, you know, there was like 3 kids in anime clubs, yeah, you know, as I was growing up, yeah, and, we were so outcasts, for a lot of everything that we did, and that was just because that, you know, watching cartoons, was not age appropriate, and it was always weird, and, you know, even my niece to this day, you know, I've opened her up to the idea of it, but she still refuses to do a lot of things with me, and she's like, you're weird, this stuff is weird, it looks weird, and I'm like, okay, you know, whatever, that's your taste, you know, you'll figure it out one of these days, but yeah, it would definitely, you know, turn out to not be, it was so looked down on before, and now it's just like, oh, okay, so I'm glad it's not as bad anymore, but yeah, it's been a hot mess, it's been a rough 10 years, this decade has definitely made it much more possible, though, for us to enjoy things and, you know, at least not be in the shadows or have to hide and be in closets and stuff. And for that, I'm grateful. So, yeah. But, welcome to the stream. I, don't, have too much to talk about. I'm just kind of sitting here crafting. And, yeah. So, I'm a cosplayer from around the LA area. And I decided that I would hop up and start doing streaming to kind of, you know, show people how I do my costumes and, you know, if there was any questions on how I did anything, or if people kind of just wanted to find some inspiration or, you know, new ideas for things. I'd be like, yeah, I can help you figure that out if you like. And, you know, maybe this will inspire somebody someday. If they find it on my channel, probably not, but you know, I can hope. My favorite anime. So I can give you my top 3. My top 1, like my favorite, is D. Gray Man. And that one I've been in that one for far too long. I'm in the deep end on that one, that I can't get out of it, and the story is finally getting good, but the chapters that we're getting are, very few and small between. But then I also really enjoy Haikyuu, so I'm super hyped about the new season that's coming out, that's actually airing, like, in 2 weeks. It comes out like January 10th, I think. I think that's when it's airing. So I'm super stoked. I'm super hyped. That's actually the music that we're listening to right now. And let's see. I think one of my other favorites is probably one that's called Inu X Boku. I don't know how well received that one ended up being. But I liked that one. I liked the anime for it, but I liked the manga a lot more. The manga was just so good, and then it was really, really upsetting when the author actually passed away a few years ago. So they had to kind of abruptly finish the story, and so it didn't get the ending that I'm sure it was supposed to get. But it's still a favorite. I definitely recommend reading the manga because the manga is a much darker tone than the anime was. The anime was cutesy, romancy, a little off the wall, and it's still adorable to this day. But in the manga, it definitely took a lot more darker tones. It had much more of like the shonen anime, like battle scenes in them. I think those are kind of my top 3. I think those have been my top 3 for years. I haven't been able to find anything that's made like that much of an impact to me other than those ones. And I don't expect that I'm going to, because I found a lot of those ones when I was first discovering anime, first kind of coming into the otaku realm, and so they've shaped my tastes in a lot of ways, and it's really funny. I will absolutely admit, D. Gray Man has some really religious undertones, and I'm not particularly religious. I'm more agnostic than I am anything else. I'm open to the idea, but, you know, everybody has their own religion. Everybody does, you know, their own thing. I'm not gonna bash anybody. But for whatever reason, most of my favorite shows tend to have the most religious undertones, and I cannot figure out why that is. I enjoy, like, just things like that. Yeah. It is an old otaku top list. And, like, it shows that a lot of people don't think about or don't like, and or at least they haven't been around in a long time, and, you know, it is what it is. One of my dream cosplays to do is actually to do one from D. Gray Man, and eventually I'll get there, but I'm not holding my breath, because those ones are going to take a lot of time, and I'm waiting for this stuff to pick up in popularity again. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. But I can hope. And then when it does, I'm going to be there, and I'm going to be a front runner for it. And I'm going to love every single minute of it. And I want to be in the middle of an anime in, like, its glory days. A lot of things that I've picked up, you know, it's been like a year or two, you know, if not more, since a lot of things came out that I, like, am just getting around to, because it is so hard to keep up on seasonal anime. Oh my god! I flat out, I didn't even watch last season, if I'm gonna be honest. It was so hard to keep up with anything, and I mean, nothing really sparked my interest. That, and then I was just so overwhelmed with schooling that I didn't even want to take the time away and do anything that would distract me, and that was probably a mistake. But, yeah, Attack on Titan's usually pretty good. I'm really excited to see, you know, what the new chapters are bringing up, because, you know, everything that's kind of turned around in the manga recently, it's basically turned the entire story on its head. And I love that idea. It makes me feel really good about reading, you know, things that, like, for that one, it had such an interesting premise, and then it is so far from that premise now, it's unreal. It's unreal. But, Monster Kaiji is also bomb. Oh no, come back. I needed you. Thank you. But yeah, there's been a lot of things that have come out that I'll probably watch in the next few seasons. I'm not too concerned. I'll get around to them when I get around. I'll have to finish a few that I've started that I just haven't gotten around to finishing. But I'm a notorious person. I need to binge. I can't start a show and then continue to watch it each week. I do not have the capacity for that. Doing seasonal. Do you have any old cosplay pics? Yes. So actually, I do have an Instagram. And you can kind of see the progression of some of my Instagram photos. So it's also the same name of what I'm streaming right now. And you can hop in. Yeah. And you can hop in and kind of see the journey. I mean, it was from, like, the beginning of last year, but my first cosplay was actually in high school. I ended up doing Train Heartnet from Black Cat for Halloween. And I still have the gun to this day, which is awesome. But yeah. You just watch it in the same day. Yeah. I have to watch shows like that. I have to finish them in a day. I can't watch them, you know, each week. That my brain gets fried. My brain can't remember what's going on. So I need a full season out at once, and for me to just go through the show and watch it and pray to God that I remember what it's gonna be like. But yeah. Okay, I think that's dark enough. I think I can go from there. I think I can. Let me get my lines. It's with an E. So my Instagram is natsumecosplay. And there should be a picture of a pink hair Olivia from Fire Emblem. She's my most favorite, probably my most famous cosplay that I've done, and so I tend to leave her as my avatar on literally everything, just so everybody knows that it's me. You know, I'm pretty easy to find, I think. Or at least I like to believe that I'm easy to find. Okay, cool. I'm glad you found it. But yeah, so I'm there, I'm on that. And I'm actually doing my best to be as active as I can be on there right now. I'm doing a lot of things to get my name back out there, you know, build up a fan base again, and just kind of expose myself to a lot of people. You know, I've had a lot of really good mentors throughout the years to kind of get into things. But yeah, it's been cool. It's been fun. I've had a good time doing a lot of these things. And so, if you wanted to, you're more than welcome to join me on my journey. And so, this is part of my journey of kind of just streaming the work that I'm doing. And then the other part of that journey is just seeing how it all kind of comes together at the end of the day. So let me follow this line. Yeah, it's definitely much more time consuming and different things like that, but you know, I'm glad that I have the time now. I just recently graduated college, so I don't have to spend time doing anything, you know, as far as like schoolwork or any of that stuff goes. I can actually take the time and, you know, learn where I need to go, what I need to do, and different things like that. So I'm really excited. Where did my tape go? But thank you. I appreciate that. I will definitely have a good one. I'll definitely make the most of it. Where is my tape? I know I just had it. I was just wrapping Christmas presents. Oh. It's out there. Never mind. I'll get that later. Cool. And thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. I'm assuming that's you. I just got the notification on my phone. Let me fix this. Because it was perfect where I had it earlier. I just don't know how to get it back there. I guess that's fine. I guess that works okay. Sorry if I'm being loud with crinkling paper. I apologize. There's my scissors. Okay. I think this is big enough. Yeah, that's big enough. Fantastic. Okay. I think that's pretty good. move it just a hair down. Ooh. Okay. Let's see how well we can do this now. I really hope this transfers the way that I want it to. E. It should. It should be able to transfer pretty well. Some game characters. Yeah, that's true. Doing definitely video game characters. It's on my list to do. I've got a few different plans for different things. You know, I just did a Harley Quinn cosplay to kind of break out into like the comic book market. You know, I've got Olivia from Fire Emblem. And now that that's bigger than it really should have ever gotten, you know, I think that helps a lot. I definitely plan on doing some game characters. Like, I definitely want to do, like, a WoW character eventually. I was thinking about doing Miss Fortune. Yeah, I've got a few things that I'm thinking about doing. But for that'll probably be like the end of the year sort of cause plans if I get there. Just because I've got a lot of things that I'm working on currently that I don't know if I can handle a whole lot more than what I'm doing. Because I've got like 3 new cosplays that I'm bringing to Anime Los Angeles. And then I am still working on fixing a few of them. A lot of them take a lot of maintenance to just upkeep. And for whatever reason, you know, I've had to like remake cosplays so many times, but that's just because I've, you know, taken the time. Like, I made something once, I saw how it worked, and then I took my time to figure out, okay, how can we build upon this? How can I make this better? You know, how can we do this? And I think that's actually kind of where you managed to walk in on this conversation, was I was talking about how I'm redoing a few of my cosplays, and that's the stuff that you can see right here. The few, you know, improvements that I'm making on things, and, you know, now I know how to make things last more, and I can, you know, do things and have them not break on me in a day. And I just, oh god, I'm really, really looking forward to having things not break in a day anymore. Because a lot of them, for whatever reason, I like to pick very fragile characters, which is very frustrating. But they always look really good after I get them done, as long as I don't do anything for like 3 days with them. They kind of just need to be what they're going to be. And, you know, don't be too aggressive. I can't drive in like any of these. So when it gets to being at the con, I need to like change at the con in order to make anything work or happen or anything. And that in itself is kind of a pain, if I'm going to be honest. That's certainly not my favorite thing in the world. But you do what you gotta do, I guess. Cosplays will run your life if you give them the chance. And clearly they do. They've definitely run my life. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I know I need more details. Oh, yeah. I'm kind of figuring my way as I kind of go through things, trying to see what works and what doesn't work, and, you know, anything that I can get my hands on, I will. Hey! Speaking of cosplays, there's a cosplay giveaway going on online right now. So that's cool. I've got until the 2nd to enter if I want to do that, but yeah, so, I mean, yeah. I don't really know how much more I can add to my cosplay journey, because, like, I'm starting out, but I'm spending much more time on it now, and so there's a lot of things that I want to do, you know, and I'm learning a lot as I'm doing things, and it's really hard to keep up to date on progress for a lot of this stuff, but I'm hoping that I can turn that around and pray that that'll work for me, at least. Because, yeah, I think that when people work, you know, they should get rewarded for their stuff. And, you know, I'm not saying, like, me in particular, but just kind of in general. I think people like to have that recognition if they can get it. Oh. Oh, are we replaying this soundtrack again? Oh, I think we are. Yeah, we are. We are replaying it again. Oops. Let me see if I can find a better one. I like that I just now realized that my music choices have been playing over. So, okay, we'll change it. We'll change it to something new. Oh. Okay. Let's do this again. Oh, this is totally working. Yes! Fantastic, I'm so excited. What did you do with your hand? The popping? Are you talking about the popping? So, okay, I don't know what I did, but my wrist, for whatever reason, anytime I move my wrist, it just pops. And so I have to, I do that to kind of just stretch my wrist out. it started a few months ago, and I've not been able to figure out how to make it stop or anything, but it always makes my wrist just tight, and so when I try and loosen it up, it just cracks. I mean, my ankles do the same thing, but that I've had for years. But yeah, my wrist one is much new, and yeah, I can't. I don't know where it came from. I don't know what it does. I don't know why it's there. But yeah, it's there, and it's frustrating, and I'd really like it to not be there. But what can you do? So yeah, I apologize if it's a bad noise. I really don't mean it to be. Oh no. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's yeah. I don't know where it came from. I don't know what it does. It just exists. It just is kind of what it is. Mm-mm. Oh, ow, 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 ow. Eee. Okay, I'm almost done. I'm almost done with this section. And then maybe if my light decides it's gonna play nice, I can show you guys. But unfortunately, it's been very bright, so I don't know if I really can show you anything that's been going on with it. But we'll see how it goes. Okay, I just had that last flower to do. Yeah, I definitely started those a little bit more inland. That's fine. I ain't mad. Okay, I think that works. Okay, on this side. So up here is just a cute little one. Oops. That's supposed to go out, not inward. Whoops. That's okay, we can fix this. Thankfully, we're doing this in pencil, and then I can paint it later. Eee. It's gonna need it. Okay, so what I'm drawing, let me see if I can, make my screen better. So, I'm doing her sword part, this detail work that's going on right here. So, it's kind of slow going. Unfortunately, my light is very bright. So it doesn't like to show what's going on. But so I was hand drawing her stuff on the other side. And I got one side of it done. You can kind of see it there. And so this side, I'm trying to do the detail work on this side, and so I flipped it. So I was originally trying to find tracing paper, but I think I packed away my tracing paper. So I ended up just taking plain photo paper, copying over, and then I took graphite paper. And graphite paper is amazing if anybody's ever used it. It's great for like copying and transferring stuff if you need it to look like exactly like something for the other side. And it's amazing. But yeah, this is definitely the detail work. Because I ended up getting this commission, and I just got it in. But the unfortunate thing about it was that any of the gold stuff that you see on this sword right now, so like these lines that are running through right here, and then this part right here, and then the gold that's on the top, it wasn't there when I got it. So I've had to go in and already kind of do the detail work in order to match what it actually looks like in order to have an accurate cosplay. But yeah, it's slow going, it's slow moving. I was originally going to paint this stuff on, but the plastic that this is made out of, it's not porous enough, so it doesn't transfer over it doesn't absorb any of the paint inside the plastic. So I actually took like Sharpie marker and was drawing it in, but today, for whatever reason, it's not letting me. It's not that it's not letting me, it's that it's basically going over what it already did and like peeling off the layers of marker that's already there. So I'm trying to think of other ways that I can go about trying to finish out the detail work. But yeah, so I'm doing the small little detail work on her sheath. And yeah, I don't even know where to start with the top half of it, because any of the reference photos that I can see of it, it's very abstracted. It's very obstructed, so I can't see it clearly. So I might just have to like guesstimate on what any of that stuff looks like. I'm gonna pray that it'll still work out the way that I want it to, but I'm also not holding out hope too high for a lot of that. But yeah, so that's currently the detail work that's going on right now. Just trying to do the small detail work that I know that I can put together on stream. I think the next stream that I'm gonna do... Oh, what about clothes? So I have her clothes. They're all sitting in a pile across my room. I tried them on. Everything looks great. I'm so excited. I'll probably end up posting some photos of that on my account in the next few days, on my Instagram. And yeah, all of that fits well. I've got her wig. I still have to style her wig a little bit. I'm personally not the best wig stylist, so I usually have one of my friends help me figure it out. But I'm pretty good about curling hair at this point. Everything else is not my favorite thing in the world to do. But yeah, the clothes are pretty much finished. The only thing that's undone is just the detail work on her or on her sword. And then the next thing that I'm probably going to try and tackle, which I think I have enough time to today, is there's the tip on her sword. When it was shipping, for whatever reason, I think it got jammed into the top of the sheath. And it ended up like bending in to where there was no point left on the sword. And so I took some cosplay foam and went through and actually added back in the point. So I don't know if you can see where this white, little itty bitty white section is right here. I basically went through and added my point back in, and so I've sanded that down, and now I'm just going to paint it today. And I should be able to paint that after I finish this, because this is almost done, and we're almost there! We're almost there! I feel very accomplished today. I definitely didn't expect to have this done, if I'm going to be really honest about things. But I knew that I needed to, because I have 2 weeks before the next convention. And that's where I'm going to debut her. So I definitely knew that I needed to get stuff done. But yeah. So that's currently where we're at. That's what we're working on. And she's coming together, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited to have her done. She's definitely a favorite, and I wasn't expecting her to be one. But she resonates with me on a personal level. So I'm very excited about that. And I know it's one of the big animes of the year, of the decade. Apparently it got nominated for like best action or best animation of like the past decade according to was it Crunchyroll or Funimation? I think it was Funimation. And yeah, like it came out this year, and it's already like, yeah, it's the best of the decade. Like, are you sure? I mean, we know that it's got the best one of the best fight scenes from episode 19, but like, to have the best animation altogether, I don't know if it does. I don't know if it does. I know Ufotable does amazing work, and they're pioneers when it comes to the integrating 3D animation into their work. But as far as, anything like that kind of goes, they don't put out enough content, and I'm very sad about it, because I think they're one of my favorite animation studios. Yeah, okay. I mean, story is definitely where it gets me. So when it comes to animation, like, a lot of people think about, like, Studio Trigger, they think about Shaft, they think about a few of these different ones that do, like, the Sakuga all the time. And my brain cannot handle the Sakuga. Like, I have to close my eyes in most of it. So while animation's nice to look at, I'm totally fine watching, like, static still images while story's going on, because I like to know the story. I like to see the character building. I would prefer to see that in animations if I could. But unfortunately, most animations don't focus in on that anymore. But, it kind of is what it is. But I think that's kind of why my top 3 animes are what they are, because they're so story-driven. They're definitely not the best when it comes to animation, although Haikyuu and Production IG are amazing. They're amazing in everything that they do. But yeah, it's such a character-driven story. And having those, I think, are so much better, but people don't want to invest in the story. They just want to see flashy boom boom. Which, okay, that's cool. I will not get mad at flashy things, because, you need to have it in anime. You need to capture audiences and ideas, and that's the best way to do it. Yeah. I know I'm right. Please, don't feed my ego any more than it already is. But no, I think animation and anime, like, it's an art form. Like, if you can just appreciate the art that it is, and, like, the storytelling, and, you know, those pieces, and, like, even the music in it. I think the musical scores in anime have got to be my favorite thing. They're so beautifully written, they're so beautifully done. And you can't get that anymore. I like that, okay. And it's so nice to see it all kind of come together, in shows, in different animations and things like that, that I will pay large sums of money to people and companies if I can just enjoy the best sides of anime. Okay, we're almost done. I'm almost done doing the detail work. This took me a little longer than I expected. Please work. Oh, thank you. Don't be a dick. Oh, beautiful. Oh, what was this one? Oh, this one was, this one. Okay. Don't worry, I'll be careful. It'll get done, and it'll be fine, and it'll be finished. But yeah, it's turning out to be a lot messier than I expected it to be. I definitely expected... I mean, it's plastic, like, what do you expect? But I didn't expect the Sharpie to smear. I didn't really expect the pencil marks to smear as much as they are. So I'll definitely have to come in and do, like, some heavy-duty cleanup. But it'll get done, and it'll look good. It'll definitely look good after cleanup. Because I am too much of a perfectionist to leave a lot of things alone until they're perfect. So, when you see it today, it probably won't look as good. But then the next time you see it, it's gonna look amazing. And I want to promise that, but I also know that I'm a procrastinator. So the next time you see it, it'll probably still look like it does today. Oh. Sorry, I get a kick out of my own abilities, because I almost refuse to work on things until, like, the week before they're needed. And so for me to even be doing something 2 weeks in advance is probably the most outrageous thing I've done in a very long time. Other than writing a 30-page paper in a day. But that's a story for a different day. That's what happens when college gets the worst of you. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I said, like, I'd like to make that promise, but at the end of the day, am I really gonna keep it? That's probably a hard no. But I can still try, because I feel like if I at least have people to hold me accountable, I think I'll be able to get things done and be able to, you know, have things shown for the work that I'm doing and whatnot. I think I tend to work better when I have people that are like, what are you doing? You're supposed to have had this already done. And, yeah, that seems to be how I tend to work, just kind of in general. So I want to make those promises, but at the same time, it's kind of just, maybe I'll wait for a later stream. Maybe I'll wait until I actually understand the streaming platform before I, try and make those promises to people. Let alone my audience. So, thanks for, bearing with me. Thank you. Sorry, I'll get back to chatting and whatnot when I finish this up. I'm kind of in the zone at this moment. And it's really hard to talk being in the zone. This also takes extreme concentration. Much more than I was expecting it to. Okay. We'll call that a day. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna just let it dry for a moment or 2 or 3 weeks. And then, yeah, I have to do a lot of major cleanup on it. The 2 sides, they've gotten some pretty... I wish that my light wasn't as bright as it is. But they've gotten pretty dirty, especially towards the end. So I need to figure out a way to either do, like, workable fixative or, like, spray paint some sort of coating and then kind of work on fixing everything from here out. But no, I'm not exactly tired. It's only 6 for me. But it is almost dinner time. So I will be leaving shortly, but I plan on still trying to get the tip of the sword done. And plus, I've been streaming for like almost 3 hours. So I feel like a break is kind of needed. But I'll play nice. Okay, let me get my palette. Okay, let's get some paints. I think that's a gray. Do I need a black? Yeah, I'll get a black. So I think that's 2 gray, so I'm gonna see if I have my white anywhere. Oh, there's my white. It's hiding. Because it looks a little bit darker than the gray that I already have on the sword. So I'm gonna try and lighten it up by quite a bit. Come on. Get. Thank you. That's too big. Oh, that'll work. So now we'll see if we can do some painting. Yeah, that's better. That's a lot better. Okay. Oh, come on. You can work with me. Thank you. Much appreciate. Never mind, we're gonna paint this way. I'm trying to think of what are nice ways to paint. That way people can see what I'm trying to do, but there's no nice way to go about it. Oh, fuck. Okay, let's get this side. And I'm making this a lot lighter than I expected. Oops. Come on. Work with me. Thank you. Oh, heckin' heckles. Okay, I think that's about as good as that's gonna get. So now we'll take the black and fix my mistakes. Let's see where else oh, you know, if I did that part, I should probably do this part down here. Yeah, let's do it. I basically had to already repaint this entire sword as it is. I might as well just keep adding to my luck. And keep repainting. It's very ominous music. Oh no, oh no! Abort the mission. Oh Lord. Oh, I just made that so much worse. Go ahead and eat. Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere just yet. Oh, that's peeling apart the black. Oh, never mind. Oh, that's a pot mistake. Yee. Okay, I think the gray's pretty much done. I think now I'm just going to run over with black in a few of the spots. Nothing major. Just to kind of chip away at some of the gray that overstayed its welcome in certain spots. But my fingernail's also doing real well with that, so maybe I don't have to? Maybe? Oh no, just kidding, I lied. Oh no. Oh, I have to repaint that. Dang! Ya dang thing! Can you just please function with me? Please? Okay, yeah, now we're gonna hit the black. Black, 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 black. Yeah. I hope it's a relatively same black, because if it's not, oh, that just means more painting. More painting on things that I don't need it to be. Do I have a good paintbrush for this? No. I need to clean all of my paintbrushes. They're all in pretty bad shape. I've done terrible maintenance with them the past few years. But hopefully I can make them better soon. Okay. It looks to be about the same sort of black, so I won't complain. That's good. I just gotta keep moving it so I have better angles to paint. Oh, that was a mistake. I need to paint it this way. Oh, without touching that. Yee. Yeah, repositioning. I kid you not. The one thing that I've always really liked about painting is that you move that painting to paint however you need to. And I've always taken that to heart. You know, if something's uncomfortable, move it. If, you know, your hand doesn't like where you're at, move your hand. You know, you can tackle any of these projects if you just, you know, move things. But a lot of people are too scared to move or change directions or, you know, anything like that to any of their projects that, like, you have to. It's meant to be moved. But I can understand why it's terrifying, why you wouldn't want to, you know, it's not a good feeling to need to move things around in order to make things work. But you still gots to and I'm sorry if I keep getting out of range of my camera. I tend to lean back when I paint, so I have a better angle to look at. It's just in my nature for painting. Okay, yeah, we're gonna... Okay. I think that's pretty much about done. I don't think there's a lot left for me to fix. I think everything's kind of where it's gonna be, and I think we're gonna have to like it. At least for the time being. So, okay. And I'll probably just have to give this a nice, good bath when I'm done. Oh, it's the climax of the season. This track always makes me feel very sad. Because it's, is it? Yeah, it is. I'm gonna try and lay it like this to let it dry. Hopefully that works. But I think I am gonna have to sign off. It is actually dinner time. But yeah, thanks for joining me. I'm planning on trying to stream a little bit more. Here, let me get into focus for you. Yeah, I'm planning on trying to stream a little bit more of kind of just progress on things. I think the next time you see me on stream, I'm probably going to be trying to work on Uravity. I've got patterns for her boots, and so I'm going to be trying to glue them together the next time. Or at least that's my plan. But yeah, so thanks for joining me. I appreciate it. If there's any feedback or anything, please let me know in some sort of comment form. I think there's something you guys can do on my stream channel. But by all means, you can find me on plenty of social media platforms. The biggest one I'm on is on Instagram, and you can follow me at natsumecosplay. Yeah, so thanks for joining me, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. So thank you. Bye.